Hi guys, it's Mac with 9B4M Garden Style, and today we're at David Austin Roses and we're walking through the Lion Garden, and this is displaying some of the best English roses with companion plants. And this is just going to be a beautiful exhibit of wonderful roses and some of the flowers that grow up with them best. So if you're looking for beautiful roses, get your David Austin. If you want to know which plants look good with beautiful roses, that's what you'll see in this video. And here we have wonderful roses which are blended in, bedded with some really great plants. I love the fact that they have every single thing named in this garden, so you can get a good view of the plants, their names, and how they look with these roses. A nice peony, but that won't bloom until the spring. When this peony is blooming, there'll be many months before this rose is going to bloom. But look at these beautiful rose hips here on this old Robusta alba. Charles DeMille's, which is not really in bloom right now. I wish it was. I think there's one bloom left here on this Charles DeMille's. You can see it's a nice violet, vibrant, reddish color. And these flowers look good. That nice yellow rose behind it. That purple and yellow is always a good color combination. Anemone japonica looks good with those climbing roses behind it. And I'm going to work away around the outside of this garden. There's some daylilies there. Daylilies I think go well kind of under some rose bushes. They look really nice. Here's a nice tree rose with some heuchers under that one. Generous gardener is a climbing rose. And you see these nice plants under it. We're going to work around the outside first, guys, and then we're going to come back and do the beds on the inside. But sometimes you need big plants. When you have big roses, here you have Liberty Rose Austin, and you have a nice hefty plant beside it to give weight to it. Everything fits. But purple is a great color companion plant for these roses because they have a lot of yellow and whites, and the purple just kind of stands out with those. The Ancient Mariner and that nice purple tall plant behind it. It's a Dutch Iris Silver Beauty, and this is a great ground cover underneath those roses, pink roses, again blending in with this purple. Again, you'll see a lot of purple replicated because purple just goes really well. Purple flowers just blends well with these rose colors, especially the whites and the yellows. And here the companion plants are actually larger than the roses, so you'd have those rose blooms perking up through these larger companion plants. So you have a smaller rose here. I think it would be better if you had a slightly larger rose there at the back to kind of fill in that space so you wouldn't have that gap. But you do have the rambler along the wall behind it. It's a beautiful white salvia with a nice rose there in front of it. Geranium, it's a purple geranium. You see they repeated that purple color again and again across this garden. Blending those colors, making sure they all work together. Lady of the Lake is a nice climbing rambler rose back there behind it. These purple cornflowers, look at those next to these beautiful pink roses. Wisely rose. and morning mist behind that, and a nice climbing rose there. But right below it is an aster, which is a nice purple color. Again, you're seeing the repeat of these colors because these are what works really well with the roses. Strawberry Hill, which is a beautiful name for an English rose. And then the Poet's Wife with some nice white salvias behind it, colors blending wonderfully. Country Parsons there. So you have a lot of reds blended in, but mostly purples as we looked at the outside. Now let's take a look at the interior. There are two interior beds here. Let's start on this end. There's a nice, wonderful old tree rose. This is grafted and this is really old. Mullinex. It's a beautiful rose. And here's some irises. Silver carpet below that. And it's going to be a nice ground cover for these roses. And here you have roses blended in more with other plants. You can see how they fill in space and add a lot of color. Here's a beautiful massive daylily with a nice rose behind it. Dame Judith Dench. A nice Charles Darwin rose in front of a massive cornflower there. Some black eyed Susans, yellow, blended with these white roses here. This is Kew Gardens, single petal. A low Princess Anne with those nice geraniums behind it. And here you have again repeated with a purple and a pink. Sadium with nice roses there behind it. Olivia Rose Austin with again purple behind it. So if there's anything you're taking away, is that purple flowers go really well with David Austin roses. Let's work our way down the last interior bed here inside the Lion Garden, which displays roses with wonderful companion plants. The majority of these companion plants have been purple. Scepter's Owl, which is a wonderful rose. I've grown this one before. And you can see it has those nice flowers next to it. Those colors are just blending in wonderfully. Low ground cover geraniums filling in below the roses. We have a really small rose here, which is going to grow in Desdemona. And it's going to grow in freshly planted. It'll kind of fill in this space. So you can tell that it definitely needs some rose there to kind of fill in the space there. But you could blend these roses in to where you just have the blooms poking through. That's what you get here, where there's just a bloom for a rose poking through. You don't see as much of the bushes kind of below those plants. But as those plants fall away in the fall, you will still have your roses there. Here's another geranium. Geranium and roses is a great combination because they provide that ground cover, covering that mulch, and giving you low flowers where your roses may be a little higher with their blooms. Now that Thomas A. Becket isn't blooming, but if it was, you could have those flowers there from that flower blending in with these colors here on this red. And this is great tall rose bushes here with the companion plants covering the ground below. You see the flowers on the petals and the blooms and the leaves on this rose bush a little higher, and the companion plants are making sure that they don't look bare-legged and naked below. So guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful garden here at David Austin Roses, which demonstrates roses with companion plants. Hey, if you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you wonderful gardens all around the world.